Quaid Azam, Part 45. Well, it was Minto who said, "I'm entirely in accord with you. Please do not misunderstand me. I make no attempt to indicate by what means the representation of the communities can be obtained, but I'm firmly convinced, as I believe you to be, that any electoral representation in India would be doomed to mischievous failure, which aimed at granting a personal enfranchisement regardless of the beliefs and traditions of the communities composing the population of this continent." It was Viceroy Minto responding to the delegates of 1906 Shimla deputation. It is this one single step, acknowledged and encouraged by Minto, among, of course, various other factors which we examine in subsequent chapters, that contributed to the separation mentality, and indisputably this rejection of the personal enfranchisement and acceptance of the advice of reservation based on the religion finally moved the Muslim political personality of India towards an eventual separation, from which a sentiment had been growing ever since Sir Syed Ahmad Khan refused to have anything to do with Indian National Congress. But a question arises: did the British do no more than simply acknowledge what already existed, or did they in fact incite, create, or encourage a separatist tendency, as a number of historians assert? Also, was this Shimla deputation in Maulana Muhammad Ali's Johor's world a command performance, or was it more a consequence of existing situation than any cause of this separateness? There are and will perhaps always remain two schools of thought about this, but there is another and even more worrisome query that confronts us here. The elections, the very first step of the democratic representation, are to unite through electing public representatives jointly, that is, by providing a platform and giving a voice through vote to all eligible adults. But what if the process of democratically electing itself becomes divisive, as clearly in this case it did? By this time, Jinnah had been a congressman of Feroz Shah Mehta Group, the moderate group of the Congress, which amongst the others included Dadabhai Naroji, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, and their group included Tilak, Bipin Chandra Paul, and Lal Lajpal Rai, and also the secretary of Dadabhai Naroji, who was presiding over the Calcutta Congress. This Shimla deputation did not amuse Jinnah at all. Gujarati newspaper of Bombay published a letter from Jinnah regarding this deputation, and the memorial placed by it before the Viceroy. Jinnah's letter had earlier been addressed to the Times of India, and for some reason it found no room in the columns. His letter, questioning the very locus standi of the deputationist, says, well, it's a very interesting letter. It could not find place in the columns of the newspaper. Here we see it in the book. Yeah, that's very interesting. Dear Sir, it has been given out in the papers, including your paper. Well, what I'll do, I can't complete it in this video. I'll rather take it to the next video, because I won't be able to do whole of it at the end of this video, or I'll have to break it down. Why should I not put it in full in the next video, so that the audience can understand it well? So let's get to the next video.